音楽で旅をするチャンネル、音旅。こんばんは、小川瑛です。今日はアーティストインタビュー第3弾になります。もう今回はインタビューということで背景いつもは合成しているんですけど、そのまま見せてます。今日インタビューするのは ATN Soul and Noah Moon という2人組のユニットです。ATN Soul というのはパリ在住のビートメーカーで、Noah Moon というのは作詞作曲、そしてボーカルを務めているイスラエル人の女性です。2人がどんな風に出会って音楽を作り始めたのか、そして2020年にこのアメレーラというアルバムをリリースしているので、このアルバムについてもたっぷり話を聞いていきたいと思います。ぜひ楽しんでみてください。
Hi.
Hello.
Norman.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Hey, what's up? Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having time for my channel. I'm really
Yeah,
happy
for
to
sure.
see you guys.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
And thank you for the vinyl of
Yeah,
Maria.
sure.
It's very. I
We hope
like
you like
it.
it.
Very nice. Your
Yes, thank you.
music and your painting, right?
Yeah. We did
Oh.
it on
Painting
the
inside, yeah.
computer.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh,
Thank
I
you
like
very
this
much.
one. So
Yeah.
let's talk about this album later. First, I want to ask some question as an artist, both
Mhm.
of you. Ethan, you live in Paris right now.
I do live in Paris, yeah.
And Noah Moon, you're in Berlin.
Yeah.
You live in Berlin.
Yeah, I live
Oh.
in Berlin now.
How did you meet each other?
Like we met through Instagram, which is kind of funny. I was just
Yeah.
like I just posted like a story of like music I liked, and I'm just answered like oh that sounds cool, and and then we started talking,
Yeah.
and we were like maybe let's make some music, because
Wow. Mhm.
we've
Yeah.
seen like I was a producer and she was a singer, so we were like, yeah, maybe let's collaborate on something. And
This is modern style. to
Very,
meet.
very.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you guys, you met in Berlin and started to create music quickly.
Yeah.
here.
When you see other musicians, you just
Mhm.
like
Oh,
thinking
that's
to just
cool.
like, yeah, let's do a set,
Yeah.
see how it goes. But in the first session, we actually did the first song in our first EP,
Mhm.
and it just turned out really good, and we just decided we're gonna try to do something bigger after that than a song, and just try to do an EP or something. And from there, it just kind of stayed on for like 2 years, and we
Yeah.
Mhm.
created like two releases, like big releases, and
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big project to make a album.
I think we always first EP. I don't think we have a very like direct concept. The reason also we call this blue and this yellow in the
Mhm.
language is just, I think the
That's
concept
why.
is kind of the mood. Yeah, the mood. Like the
Okay.
first EP was much more in the winter and kind of a bit more. I feel like in a dark place a bit more, and I feel like the second album was kind of a transformation of ours to kind of a more light kind of mood. Still deep and intense, but a bit
Mhm.
more uplifting in a way, or in a
Yes.
Mhm. So I want to ask both of you, what made you start music?
Well, it's pretty easy. Like my dad has always been listening to music, and he used to have like a rap band in the 90s,
Mhm.
like a French rap band.
Mhm.
So he had like a MPC, to make music, and like he had like speakers and stuff that I could like have access to when I was like 14 or something. So I started playing with all those equipment,
Mhm.
and then everybody was rapping. Like all of my friends were rapping and stuff,
Mhm.
and I had like a really terrible voice and I had like no street credibility. So I was like,
Hmm.
maybe I'll make the beats instead
Oh.
of like rapping.
But
So-
you rap, or I don't know, in the album you had the voice.
I'm singing a bit, but I'm not rapping. But yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But anyway, I started like
also,
making.
What's up, guys?
No, I'm talking a bit and like doing some fun stuff, and then I just continued making beats, and from hip hop beats it went to like house beats, then jazz stuff, and then now I'm in the jazz stuff, you know, like jazz and like fusion and electronic, but always influenced by like really organic harmonies and this kind of shit. Yeah.
To me, it started when I started singing when I was really, really young, like 3 years old or something. I don't even remember exactly when, because it's kind of like always like every memory I have from my age, I was singing already, so I don't really know when it started. I think I just really liked music.
Like you started singing when you started talking, basically.
Yeah, kind of. And yeah, when I was 14, I started to also play guitar, and then I started to write songs.
So what kind of music as a genre, like soul music or?
It's kind of a combination of organic and electronic. I would say it's kind of a fusion of a lot of genre. I would say my main influences are pop, jazz, trip hop, hip hop. It depends. I mean, it's sometimes more dark stuff. It can be sometimes more like very the opposite, very bubblegumish pop, but kind of.
And then you started painting as well.
Yeah, when I was still living in Tel Aviv, I had a year that I was kind of like confused with music. I wasn't sure. I think when I started to learn to produce, I was kind of confused about. And I just started drawing because I didn't feel like doing music so much in this time. And yeah, and since then I feel like drawing and visual art and kind of this, it started as a second passion that kind of increasing with time. And every time I kind of jumped between this and music and kind of starting to combine them together to my artist person.
For example, this album, you have female and male and illustration like this.
Yeah.
All painting, and the title of this album and all songs are linked.
First of all, the artwork of the album, it's not a drawing, it's a Photoshop drawing, the background, everything, and Ethan implement like this 3D character through the software we found that you can just like scan your face. So if you look closely, it's actually our faces on the character. And the drawing inside I did as kind of like to take the main character from the front and do kind of a portrait of her in kind of a different visual world. I think the combination of, we choose the name to be Amarella, which is yellow, but it kind of sounds like a girl's name as well. And I feel like then it kind of lead to this front girl, which has kind of my face to be Amarella, to be this character, I don't know. And
this is kind of principle of this album. She
became the character that is kind of me, because I sing the songs, and it's like, but it's also like this kind of
it's like the alter ego.
Exactly, kind of alter ego that kind of worked for this album, I think. When you just for the moment connecting to this character, you know, and just like kind of speaking through her, which is through yourself as well, but it's not too committing as well, you know, you just kind of
So let's talk about your album. Your voice is beautiful and transparent, and the singing voice is so beautiful. And with the track is so cool. My impression is the voice is a kind of instrumental, and it's nice mixing, and I loved it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Music is sometimes it's very soulful, it's jazzy, and it's a little bit hip hop. It's it's very nice crossover. So I can enjoy it myself with this album.
Which song is your favorite?
Yes.
Do you have a
My
favorite
favorite is it's not about.
It's not
Not
about,
about-
yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Nice.
it's a beautiful spreading voice, and then it's very beautiful mixing, and so
Mhm.
this is my favorite.
True. It's actually the mix is amazing. Like the engineer did a really good job on this song. Like
yeah.
it's really like like
Yeah.
when she's opening like the voice
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
it's like
He did a good.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, trap-
it's like the only trap song in the album, and it was like a nice challenge to try to take this like really mainstream thing and
Mhm.
like transform it to something like really a bit more spiritual and a bit more like resembling to us. I really love this track also.
Mhm. And I have some questions of this album.
Yes.
Yeah, first song, There Is No Other Way for Me. It's nicely soul music kind of, and I like this song as well. But I was surprised that when it's time to say goodbye, at first song, and suddenly you said it's time to say goodbye. It's a little bit shocking, and then. This is just starting. So maybe I thought maybe you goodbye to someone, your friends, your boyfriend, I don't know, your parents, and then now it's the your time is starting or something. First song you started say goodbye, and a little bit
That's what it's amazing about it. Like I think we didn't even realize. I mean, I think Noam didn't even realize
Oh.
when she wrote it, and like
I think I
But
just
that's-
wrote it about generally how I react to goodbyes. We didn't
Mhm.
even know it will be the first song in the album until it kind of the whole
Mm.
concept built. I think I was trying to express in this like just a part of my character, like just this kind of. I tend to write a lot about my over emotional character. So I feel like I just kind of gave the example to the situation that I handle emotionally and kind of owning up to it and say like there's no other way for me, you know, like that's what I am. Like when it's time to say goodbye, I lose my shit and cry, you know, like
Yeah.
it is what it is.
But I think it's also like one of our favorite like song with Noam. Like it says a lot about us and as musicians and as people.
Okay. And I like Trapped.
Yeah, it's
I
one of
like
my
it.
favorites.
Yeah, it has a story, I think. First, it has a atmosphere is confused. Maybe she was trapped or something, and it's a little bit strange world. But at the end, is changing. You become free,
Yeah.
and then the track say
Yeah.
like
I-
this story, and then I like this.
I love the way you analyze it. Like it's so
Yeah.
it's like it's so nice
You
to
get
hear
it.
that from someone. 'Cause it's
Oh,
really
thank you,
interesting the way
thank you,
you.
thank you.
So thanks.
You get
No,
it.
thanks for your work. Like that's.
Yeah.
But yeah, Noam, you can talk about it.
I wouldn't say it was necessarily like freedom as much as just like self-freedom, kind of, you know, like a lot of times you're in bad situations and you feel trapped, and sometimes the situation is not going to change. Like now, for example, you just kind of need to reach the freedom within yourself, this kind of moment when you're not like surrendered to this situation anymore. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of reflecting that moment, just letting go, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, finally you get it. You're getting out of this situation.
Yeah.
I felt like this, and then I like
Yeah.
this song.
Thank you.
And Dreams. I felt a little bit nostalgia, like listen to the 90s R&B, because
Yeah.
I used to listen the 90s R&B like Mary J. Blige or Janet Jackson or something. I felt something like this, and that track is very modern. It's very now. And then you have the next song, Rapid Eye Movement. You continue to this song, this track, without a pause. First, I thought it's a one song.
Yeah, everything.
So,
I think
yes.
everything. When we build an album, I feel like we both really respect albums and kind of just like naturally flow to the other track, even if you
Yeah.
call it a different name because it represents like a different chapter in the story, you know. But I feel like this rapid eye movement, it also kind of has the concept of dreams. So the whole moment is like these dreams, and then you turn into this REM. I mean, dreams happens when you're in the REM stage in sleeping. And it's called rapid eye movements, REM. I thought it would just describe it good, the vibes. Like we start with talking about the dreams and like, and obviously it's not dreams. It's kind of, you know, we have this, what is your dream? You have this thing that we say, what are our dreams? And we kind of borrow this word from like the sleeping word to our goals in the future, you know. But then I know I like this kind of play with semantic, with words, and just like, I know I felt like rapid eye movements describe the track after really good, because it kind of has this intense like someone's running, you know, I don't know, like vibe to it, and this kind of like this rapid movements. Also like something very soothing in this track, in a kind of like, he has this bossa nova vibe suddenly that is also like very,
at
you
the
know,
end.
like still very soothing, but
Yeah.
yet intense.
So the last question is, so do you have any plan for the next?
I think we both learned a lot from working together, and we kind of it's been really intense 2 years, which was very, very helpful to both of us to kind of learn about how to take a project and take it seriously and push it. And yeah, I don't know, maybe in the future, after we felt like we passed another levels with ourselves and our own, figured better what we're doing on our own, then maybe we'll be down to do the third.
Like, I want to sing and Noam wants to produce, you know.
Yeah.
And when we are working, the two of us, like it's super easy to, you know, to just like do whatever.
Stay in your comfort zone.
Yeah, stay in our comfort zone. Like Noam is singing beautifully, and I make some beats, and like it's.
So we want to
easy,
develop
whereas,
stuff.
yeah, exactly. I want to sing, and she wants to produce, and we need to do it on our own, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for the next album or next EP.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me know when you release new one.
Yeah, totally.
So thank you for your time, and then it was
Thank you very
really
much.
nice time.
Thank you for your interest.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Arigato.
Bye. Arigato. Merci. Au revoir.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
はい、ATM Soul and Noam のインタビューでございました。結構深くアルバムについても話してもらえたかなと思います。お互い尊重し合ってて、すごくフィーリングが合う2人なんやろうなっていう風な印象を受けました。今回初めて3社での Zoom でのインタビューっていうのをやってみたんですけれど、パリ、ベルリン、東京っていう3社をつないでビデオで話すっていうのが回線的にどうなんやろかってちょっとやる前に心配したんですけれど、ちょこちょこ途中途切れてしまったんですけれど、それでもちゃんと話せたので良かったなってちょっと一安心しました。これでほんまに全部がもうガッタガタになって何言ってるかわからんとかなったらどうしようかなと思ったんですけれど、ホッとしました。そしてこの2人のアルバムアマレア、ソウル、ジャズ、エレクトロニック、ヒップホップ、いろんな音楽の要素がいい感じにこうクロスオーバーして、そしてノアムルのすごく美しい歌声がめちゃくちゃ気持ちいいです。下にバンドキャンプのリンクを貼っておくので、よかったら聞いてみてください。最後まで見てくれてありがとう。チャンネル登録してもらえたら嬉しいです。下のいいねボタンもお願いします。また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバイ。チャンネル登録、そしてグッドボタンをお願いします。